Many of us have ancestors, like I said in the previous TikTok, that we wouldn't invite over for dinner. All right? These ancestors were not exactly the salt of the earth. They thought of themselves only and not others. Okay? And did whatever they could to get by without regard of what it is that it would cost anybody else. This is how they are within us. This is how they are within you. And you'll know this is probably the case if in your life everything turns to shit. Relationships, anything you start, any project you start, just never works out. You look around in your family, it's the same thing for every aunt, every uncle, every cousin. It's the same thing. This was my reality. Every single person, one of the most ambitious families, mine, nothing ever worked out. I'm talking about all across the board. Okay? Until I did, because nobody else did. They were too wrapped up in other things. The ancestral work. It only takes one of us to clean up the whole mess. All right? And then those who are alive, if they continue in the way that they continue, then they decide and they choose to do that. But anyone else born after that will not have to put up with the nonsense and the malevolence and the evil performed by someone else in the bloodline. Okay? Because of something that you've done. Now, how do you do this work? How? Because people talk about it all the time, but never talk about how to do it. You must first come into great communion with your spirit, your higher self, because that is the CEO, the creator of it all. All right? If this is too foreign, oftentimes we need help with ancestral work. You can go into my bio and reach out. And I'm a specialist at this ancestral work stuff, trust me. I spent years on it. The longest work I've ever done is the ancestral work. Most everything else happened like that. So you must first come into contact and communion, not contact, but communion with your higher self and start working with that connection. And that connection will guide you on how to start and begin and do that work. Or contact me on Ontology Wellness and we can do that. Because once you do this work, your life will transform. Your ancestors, even the malevolent ones, will become your allies, not your enemy.